the stage 2 playoffs are here for China at least. And unlike what I said yesterday, we're only going to do the Pickems since I feel like power rankings is kind of redundant. So yeah, let's get right into the ELO ratings. And first up, this is the overall ELO rating for all like 14 teams kind of that were either like in playoffs or play-ins. And well, obviously there aren't any ELO changes for the 4 teams that skip play-ins. And then for KBG and A team, these two didn't have an ELO rating beforehand, so kind of feels a bit redundant. Obviously, EDG went down by quite a bit. Trace went up quite significantly. JDG and Tech kind of as well, but they're still kind of low in this overall. And then KBG is way too high just because they're even though they went 0-2, they haven't played a lot, so there wasn't more to really like put their elo lower. So they still have a high overall elo rating. So yeah, looks looks a bit wonky, the elo rating. So I did this one for just the playoff teams, which looks a bit nicer. And then we have XIG at the top, then Tyloo, then actually Trace, which is kind of crazy. Then AG together with BLG and Nova kind of, and then kind of a bigger gap towards JDG and Tech. What I would say are like kind of big surprises that they made it here from play-ins. And I think for Trace it's kind of mad that they are that highly rated through the ELO rating. But yeah, they did look quite good during the play-in format, but Tech did so as well, kind of. But yeah, let's get now into the actual pick'ems. And well, as you can see in the play-ins, I really didn't do well. I overestimated the two tier 2 teams, but also I probably like I feel it like it's probably a bit hard to actually gauge how good these teams could have been, since they were just in a disadvantage in terms of prep time, when in every other region the tier 2 teams actually have an advantage in terms of prep time. So that was a bit weird. And then yeah, I mean, Tech did way better than I thought they would. EDG kind of shed the bed, but now they're making changes. And then DRG sadly also shed the bed. So yeah, for me, sadly, my favorite China team is eliminated for the year. But yeah, for EDG at least they were already secured to make champs, so we can see them there. But yeah, this for sure tanked my expectations for them. But now let's get into the actual playoff pick'ems. And starting up, we've got Tyloo versus Tech. And even with Tech looking much better than I thought they would, I really felt great about Tyloo during the Stage 2 regular season portion. So I think Tyloo are probably going to be fine here. I think Nova are going to win versus JDG. I think XLG versus AG is going to be a really close match, and I think you could make an argument for either of these two. But I feel like I'm going to give it to XLG. I think BLG should be able to win versus Trace overall. Then for XLG versus BLG, I'm gonna go with XLG as well. And Tyloo versus Nova, I think it's gonna be a really, really close one as well. And I think I might still be underestimating Nova probably, but I really like Tyloo. Like I really like the roster overall and what I've seen in stage 2. So I'm gonna go with Tyloo here, even though this might be underestimating Nova quite a bit. Then I think XLG are gonna win versus Tyloo. I just feel like XLG are kind of the best team in China now with EDG being out. Then in the lower bracket, we've got Tech versus JDG, and I think I'm gonna go with Tech here. I really liked what I saw from them in the play-in stage, so yeah, I think Tech should look better than JDG. Then BLG versus Tech is probably gonna be a close match actually. I like I could really see Tech winning this, but I would feel better about BLG, I think. Then for AG versus Tech versus Trace, I think this could also be a close one, but I still think AG are probably better overall. I would also favor Nova over AG, so I've kind of put the top 4 teams from the regular season to be the top 4 again. Also, all of them winning their initial matches. But to be honest, they do have a massive advantage in terms of prep time, right? All of the 4 teams that want to play ins, they had to show their maps. They didn't have as much time to solely prep their maps. So I feel like the teams that did well in stage 2 just have much better odds to do better in playoffs. So yeah, I don't know. This might be a bit of a boring Pickems, but I don't know. I feel like Pickems for a tournament especially, which playoffs is, I feel like it's so hard to guess anything, right? So yeah, I don't know. I don't really feel the need to try and pick like any upsets because anything you pick is kind of hard to get right anyways. And so in the lower round 3 match, BLG versus Nova, I think I'm gonna pick Nova here. I think with BLG, I'm not that certain that they are gonna be like fully back kind of. So that's why I'm going Nova here. And then Nova versus Tyloo, I think I'm gonna go with Nova. Like maybe Tyloo win the first and then Nova get their revenge match. I could see that happening. And then I still think XIG are overall gonna take it in the grand final. I'm not 100% certain about how it's gonna go with the champs points. I feel like with Nova that they still need to win this match versus Tyloo to be 100% through to champs. So that's why they'll give it their all, and then versus XIG, it's kind of gonna be a bit of the relief, or we made champs, and then maybe they take the foot off the gas a bit. But yeah, I mean, this or a lot of guesswork, and a lot of what I'm doing is just banking off of the prep advantage for the teams that did well in stage 2 regular season. So yeah, that's kind of the result of that. But let me know what you guys think. Who do you have winning stage 2? Who do you think is gonna finish in the top 2? And probably the team that comes in third is also gonna be the third team to make champions, most likely. Either that or the fourth team, since EDG are already through. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and then we're gonna see each other next week.